Let's continue. Okay, so I need to talk to a lot of people right now. I will check other locations first, just in case. Or actually, no. I will talk with people first, because maybe I need to go to windmill anyway. I wouldn't know what we would have done without you, dearie. Oh, I only did what I had to do, Mrs. Merrily. You are like one of the lads, Elise. When it comes to bravery, most certainly. I suppose. You must be exhausted, my dear. I won't be staying long, Mrs. Merrily. Say, I know it's a kooky thing to ask, but... You didn't happen to see the witch, did you? Ah, Brunhilde. Why ask such a thing on a day like this? Ah, but old Jochen said Eiffel was taken by the... There was no witch, Mrs. Brunhilde. Eiffel got lost in the woods, that's all there is to it. Ah, that's such a relief. Let me check if I'm actually recording. I always forget to do that. Okay, I am. Nice. It's best I don't expand too much on this story. Atta girl, Elise. I couldn't have done better myself, lass. You two have had quite a bit of ale, haven't you? What better occasion could we have to celebrate? The festival is only a couple days away, Mr. Guido. This is better than festival, Elise. A great deal better indeed. I trust you with my baby's life, lass. That's... You are a hero, Elise, no other way to put it. You can't leave Kieferberg now, can you? We are drinking to Elise tonight. Drinking to Elise tonight we are. There's so much on my mind, I can't celebrate. This feels like a calm before storm. Everything seems good for now, but tomorrow something even worse will happen. There is our lass. I'm so glad to see you are alright, my dear. You must have been so frightened, poor thing. The woods aren't the most inviting, that's for certain. We are fortunate the lad wasn't taken by the witch, that's what. This is a time to celebrate, old lad. Old Wilhelm's right, we ought to be glad nothing happened. Eiffel didn't speak of such things, that's for certain. And I certainly didn't see anything, of course. There's no need to justify yourself, Elise. Make the most of your night, you hear? I don't like to admit it, but old Jochen is not wrong. If that thing was the witch, then... All of Kieferberg's in your debt, lass. It's the least I could have done, if I'm honest. Truly, it could have been much worse. I feared for Jacob too. Is he alright, Mrs. Marlin? He's home with Linda. It took a lot of effort to settle him for bed, even after you came back, Elise. I see. It's best we never head out on patrol all at the same time again. Truly, this could have been avoided. It's best we pay poor Lisbeth a visit before we settle in. I wouldn't be able to sleep not knowing how she's doing. I will go with you. Jacob will like to know Eiffel is alright. Oh, it must have been so frightening, Elise. I'd say it was more frightening for Eiffel. It's one thing after another with him, isn't it? How is he, Elise? He seemed a little dazed, if I'm honest. No wonder, the poor lad was lost in the woods for hours. Oh, I will stop by Mrs. Lisbeth first thing in the morning. She must be exhausted. I can't let Eiffel speak of what we saw in the woods. I'd wager you are as exhausted as Eiffel, Elise. I won't stay for long, Mrs. Ariane. Ah, we ought to celebrate while we can then. Why don't we all have some ale? Can't say my mind is in the right place to celebrate. I'd best figure out what to do about that testament. How old is Elise actually? I think maybe like around 16, maybe 17. It's hard to say with this art style. So we can drink already. Atta girl, Elise. All of Kieferberg's in your debt, lass. Lord knows what could have happened had it not been for you. I was lucky, is all. No, Bernhard's right, Elise. I owe you an apology. What matters is that Eiffel is safe and sound. That's it, Gustav. We'd best learn from this ordeal. We mustn't leave Kieferberg to the woman again, that's true. I'd say the woman handled it rather well, father. She's got you there, old lad. If not for me, I'm certain the others would have ventured out to find him. That's for certain. Marlene wouldn't have waited long either. Freya was getting ready to follow right after you, Elise. They were gathering to head out when we arrived. We are fortunate to have you, Elise. Enough talk, let's celebrate. Why don't you grab some ale and go grab Freya for a dance, Elise? Ah, yes. Gustav ships Elise with Freya. It's so obvious. I'd be a lot happier if it weren't for what I saw in those woods. Anyhow, I'd best go take a look at that windmill. We would have lost the poor lad if it weren't for... Ah, there she is, our bravest lass. You are making too much of it, Mr. Heinrich. Not at all, Elise. It's all thanks to you. We wouldn't have made it in time, that's for certain. I must say, I am curious to learn more about... None of that matters, Ludwig. Tonight is for celebrating. I won't hear another word about that nonsense. I don't think I will be staying for long, anyhow. Drink up, both of you. Elise is much too young to drink, Heinrich. Why, how old are you again, Elise? Ah, I am 18, Mr. Heinrich. I turned 19 this year. Damn, okay. There you go, Ludwig. She can handle a glass or two, I'm certain. Maybe some other day, Mr. Heinrich. I thought I'd never see you again, lass. I always planned on coming back, Mrs. Ogery. There's no need to say that, Mrs. Ogery. We are all glad you are safe and sound, Elise, both of you. I must say I am surprised you found him, Elise. Those woods go on forever. It wasn't easy, I suppose. You suppose. But did you see her, Elise? Mrs. Ogery. Always with that wretched witch on your mind, aren't you? We are here to celebrate, not waste our time with this nonsense. Best I keep my distance. I wanted to sell my things that I got. Okay, next time. There you are, Elise, the girl of the hour. Are you alright, Mr. Eugen? Not you too, Elise. A man has to make the most of what he's got left. Don't tell me ale is all you've got, Mr. Eugen. Why don't you take this, Elise? The key! I won't be needing that where I am going, that's for certain. Mr. Eugen, you be careful, Elise. These folks aren't to be trusted. Blaming the witch for what happened to my horses. They are all in on it, that's what. I can't very well tell him it really was the witch, can I? Kieferberg this, Kieferberg that. You are the only one in town who is not enamored with this rat hole of a town, Elise. I suppose. Get away while you can, lest this place ruins you like it's ruined me. Damn. You are not wrong. Mr. Eugen's right, I must do this. I will head up to that windmill and get this over with. It's not wrong in a sense that this town is a miserable place that will be abandoned in several years. There's no potential. Unless if Elise wishes not for her own glory, but for town to flourish, like get people that will actually live here and build city bigger and better. Okay, I wanna try to interact with this fish statue again, but I am expecting it will crash my game. Yeah, that's a given. I wonder what causes this. Oh no. Having a safe here is a bad sign. I ought to get in there and get this over with. You have come. The gift, lass, the tender flesh. Okay, this thing is on my left eye, and Floke had his right eye absent, so okay, it's not what I thought it is. I have come here to do just that, you wretch. I skipped this line. He said, the gift, lass, the tender flesh. Show it to me. Your ardor, your longing for that wish of yours. I have already been to your grove. I have cleared your trial. What else is it you want from me? Your commitment. Show it to me, lassie. Your commitment. What? What am I was supposed to kick that or not? What? What am I doing? Okay. Well, that's a cool twist on mini game. I just was confused what I was supposed to do with the eye that was given to me. That crow, it's gone. It's got my hair in it. It will do, I suppose. It's best I get out of here. The sooner the better. Let me explore. When did I... Is that dream again? But I was in town just now. Did Elise lost her consciousness? So you're showing me my dream about that castle. What is that castle anyway? It's not in Primildorf, right? It's between Kieferberg and Primildorf, I think. You again? Didn't you hear me? We will be late for his banquet if you don't hurry. Banquet? What are you? Is it banquet or banquet? In Russian we say banquet, so yeah. The horned demon again. He does have some crows, but I don't see snakes, I think. Oh my god. It's only Thursday. This game is long. Huh? It's morning already. I don't feel like I got any sleep at all. It's best I go find Rosemary. I'm getting scared of having 10 endings. How am I supposed to do that? Okay, let's just get one of them and then I will figure out others. That reminds me, Saint Walpurga is said to be a witch too, right? Hmm. I am begging you, Floki. What is going on out there? No, please stay put, Floki. What has gotten into him? Elisa, he is throwing a temper tantrum is all. I didn't know goats could do such a thing. I had my hands full with breakfast, I couldn't give him much attention. It's what we get for spoiling him so much, that's what. I know, but I can't resist his sweet little hops. You are truly... Are you feeling better today, Elisa? You still haven't told me about what happened. I can't tell her the full extent of it, can I? Not about what I saw in the woods or about her. Are you listening, Elisa? Huh? You were telling me about the woods. Eiffel got lost in the woods, that's all. I went in there to rescue him, I suppose. You are not telling me the whole truth, are you? There's someone in those woods, Rosmarin. I don't know who they are or what they want from me, but I have felt their presence there since Monday. Someone in the woodland, you say? I'm certain they hurt Eiffel or lured him in, even... Have you seen that old hack again, Elisa? The one who told you about him and the testaments. I haven't seen that old hack since then, but that Rosmarin I met in the woods. I don't know what to make of any of this, do I? Elisa, come Rosmarin, we should move along. It's best you go ahead without me, Elisa. I think I'd best find Floki. I will be right there with you. Alright. I best go chase after Floki. I didn't see where he ran off to, did you? That's alright, Elisa. I will lure him out with a carrot or two, you will see. I only hope he hasn't wandered into town. I will find him, you will see. His gift does suit you rather well, lass. Snake? And he's golden too. Those shoes, they will guide you to him. Who are you? You know who I am, Elisa. You are with him, just like that crow. Quite smart, aren't you? This is another of his trials, I take it. Why yes, you are truly so delightful, lass. Fortune, that's what you are after, is it? You have come to taunt me, I am assuming. I have come to welcome you into my very own garden, Elise. You alone, lass. I won't let that wretched thing into my grove, unlike Vrim, that fool. The testament you seek rests deep within my depth, Elise. Am I to meet you there then? My, how willful you are. You are trying my patience, that's what. We both know I am after us. We both know what I am after, Serpent, so get it over with and... You are now the bearer of my hex, lassie, fated to meet me in my realm. Show me your resolve, your burning desire for more. Be good, behave, Elise, and I will welcome you with open arms. You, sickening wretch. I will be awaiting you by the gates of my bedewed forest of berries, Elise. To hell with you. Ah, this stinks. It's best I don't alarm Rosemary. I have to prepare myself for tonight. I must see this through. I wonder if you actually can reject all trials. I think you can't, because I kinda tried. You can't progress the game without doing them, I think. Toy horse. A painted wooden toy horse, decorated with flowers and a braided mane, might fetch a moderate price. Oh, I actually can go in there? I need to save first. Well, I went to the windmill and tried everything, and I couldn't open that door, so maybe it's too early to go there. All by your lonesome today, Elisa. My cousin's taking a little longer to get ready today, is all. Oh, I am so glad you are getting along, dearie. You could use the company. Why doesn't she stay here in Kieferberg? I'm not too certain about that, Granny Gretel. Say, Elisa, there is a favor I'd like to ask you. Won't you keep an eye on Lipkuchen for me today? Is she sick or... She wasn't feeling her best this morning, yet insisted on going to church. That Lipkuchen. You go give her a proper earful for me, will you? I will have a good word with Lipkuchen. She can't keep going like this. Do I have enough food? Yeah, I do. I wouldn't want to be a burden, Freya. Not at all, Mrs. Lisbeth. It would be my pleasure. Good morning, Elisa. Is everything alright? Oh, I was inviting Mrs. Lisbeth and the children for dinner. I don't think we are ready for that yet, my dear. Well, the invitation stands, Mrs. Lisbeth. You are welcome anytime you would like. How is Eiffel, Mrs. Lisbeth? Ah, Lisa, I have so many questions. He hasn't slept. He keeps mentioning the witch. The witch? What happened in the woods, Elisa? I didn't see anything resembling a witch, that's for certain. Eiffel is still frightened, Mrs. Lisbeth. My apologies, Elisa. It wasn't my intention to insinuate. That's alright, Mrs. Lisbeth. I know you meant no harm. I hope nothing else happens today. Truly, everything seems to be getting worse lately. I feel I am losing my mind, lad. We ought to stay strong, Mrs. Merrily. What happened, Mr. Guido? Haven't you heard, Teresa? The windmill was ransacked, even though the door was locked shut all night. Huh? I don't want to think about it, if I'm honest. It could have been one of us folks too, or even the witch. Don't say that, Guido. These folks are losing their minds. I can only hope they don't turn on me. Elisa, dear, are you listening? What? Still tired from yesterday. It's best we don't chew it over too much, I'd say. Keeping our mouth shut won't make it go away, Brunhilde. I'd best watch my mouth today, like every other day. Here to lend Lebkuchen a hand, lass. What are you talking about, Mr. Wilhelm? Haven't you heard? Folks are gathering like bees inside the church. Because of the windmill and the grain. Precisely, folks are going crazy. Some say it was the witch. Others say it was the devil himself. Wait, Mr. Wilhelm. What does any of this have to do with Lebkuchen? It's best you go see for yourself, lass. I'm glad I had a word with Lebkuchen this morning. You folks are completely losing your minds. They certainly are, Miss Mechtilde. Elise, this is to be taken seriously. Why, I wouldn't want to blame poor Eugen, but you'd best not say it, Mechtilde. This is a matter to be handled by Father Hans. Whatever it is, I don't think it's anything to fret about. How can you say such a thing, lass? Let's try to keep our composure, ladies. Mrs. Odile is right. We'd best wait for Father Hans' judgment. I ought to be careful with what I say about town today. These folks are rabid. So they will know that I have that key, and then they will blame me, right? Is this fountain finally empty? It fit. Oh, I was checking every day and every change of how do you say this? When morning changes to evening, no, morning changes to afternoon and then evening. How do you call this? Change of time? No. Never mind. So I was checking this fountain every time something changed, and finally I can do this. It fit. What in the Lord's name is going on in Kieferberg? Don't tell me this is a place where I am losing my sanity. Another one of these caves. I'm starting to feel queasy again. I ought to pull myself together and get this over with. Yep, my sanity. I should do this fast. I think I need more candles for this. So maybe I need to... Yeah, I think I need to light this one, and that's it. Weird. This was ripped out of some journal. Most of this was jotted down in a hurried but... Walpurga the witch, I have uncovered her roots at last. Everything points back to Kieferberg, the birthplace of the witch Walpurga and her cult. This can't be. If there truly is a witch in Kieferberg, then... Adored and celebrated for centuries, the woodland surrounding this town was said to have a consciousness of its own. This consciousness, what we now call a witch, was named Walpurga. Also, now I remember that in Madoka Magica anime there was Walpurgis, I think it was called. I think it was the greatest witch, and she was very powerful, right? Let me Google this. Walpurgis. Walpurgis Knight. Okay. So it's something from folklore, okay. Walpurgis Madoka. Yeah. Walpurgis Knight, it was a witch in Madoka Magica. Main antagonist of the series. Okay. Folks' faith in its miracles dates from many years before the glory of the church reached these peaks. Said to grant its believers good health, sustenance and protection. The woodland or Walpurga harbored folks' views, wishes, desires and sins. In such a way, in fact, that it would appear to folks under the guise of a woman. Whispered to the faithful, takes the form of their loved ones, of an old hag, of a doll, amongst others. The six-ringed maypole, the symbol of Saint Walpurga's benevolence we adore today, was first adored as the symbol of the witch's miracles and mercy. That is no more, however. Saint Walpurga is a patroness of the church, a benevolent figure in our faith. With the arrival of the Lord's messengers to these peaks, the cult of Walpurga was eradicated. It is fact, however, that the few who lived have become nomads of sort. So you mean like Rosenmarine and her grandmother. What is most puzzling to me is that my research and all of this history. It doesn't quite align with Old Holy's confession. Walpurga the witch never once was said to ask anything in return for its blessings. Neither was it ever referred to as a god or a male deity, rather a woman. How could a he have granted Old Holy a wish? This witch, how could a pagan deity do what the Lord himself wanted? I am fairly certain there is more to Old Holy's sins than meets the eyes. Granny Holy's sins, he says. None of this is true. Father Hans is losing his wits. Granny Holy would never. She wouldn't ever hide anything from me. The path ends here, but it looks to me like it caved in. I wonder if this used to connect somewhere. Okay, how do I do this? What? Huh. Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Oh. Did I already use... Ah, no, okay, I have it. Nice. Maybe I need to go check windmill again. I mean, old windmill, not the one I am going to. Perhaps I could hide key here and then pretend that I didn't have it. I suppose I won't be getting in here anytime soon, huh? We have got to clear out the blockage, folks. It's the only way. If you say so, lad. What is wrong with the fountain? It's one thing after another, isn't it, Elise? We think the fountain is abstracted, is all. This is all her doing, the witch. She's taken our grain, our children, and now she's after our water. We have discussed this, old lad. Finn and I can give it a look, can't we, Finn? To the best of our ability, but old Wilhelm ought to know what is wrong with it. We are together here at noon, folks. I want to have a word with all of Kieferberg. You will need me to lend a hand, father. Naturally, Gustav. What are we to do about the grain, folks? The grain? You haven't heard, lads. No, I am yet to fully understand what is going on. Someone was in the windmill last night, Elise. It could have been the winds or the crows still. The door was still locked this morning, lad. It was Eugene's responsibility, but it was the witch, I tell you. Give it a rest, old Jochen. I was told you left home early last night, Elise. She was certainly tired, old Jochen. Don't be unreasonable. Wait, so Elise lost her consciousness, I think. Maybe she did that mess while she was how do you say moonwalking, I think. Wait, or not. Okay, I need to check that. The term lunacy? No. Sleepwalking. Okay. It couldn't have been one of us folks. What about the weevils? Weevils, Mr. Ludwig. The flour and grain we had stored away are riddled with beetles, Elise. I'm not certain what we are to do with this grain now. All we can do is avoid throwing it out, Ludwig. We will become completely reliant on Primmeldorf at this rate. That witch has us at her mercy. She has all of Kieferberg in the palm of her hand, and that's enough, folks. I have heard enough. Finn and Heinrich will take a look at the fountain later. As for the rest of us, we ought to air out that grain and do away with those beetles, starting right now. This is only riling folks up even more. I'd best go see if Lepkuchen's alright. Folks must be swarming her. Okay, so I don't need to talk with them again. Such a shame that Wilma is just a merchant and we can't talk with her outside of this inn. Okay, what do I need? I think I have enough items for health and stamina, but I definitely need more items for sanity. I will be looking forward to seeing you, Elisa, she said. Hehe. I didn't romance anyone for you, and that's how you treat me? Ah, yeah, right. So, if I'm already almost 19, maybe Velma, she seems like she's around 24 or something like that. So, she's not too old for Elise, I think. So, they could have a relationship if they really want to. Of course, it would be better for Elise to get a little bit older, like at least 21. Then the difference between their ages will not be so relevant anymore. But still possible. It's not as creepy as I thought before. Because I expected Elisa to be much younger. At the start of the game I thought she's like 14. And then maybe after Tuesday I thought maybe she's around 16 or 17. Please try to keep calm, Mrs. Linda. Oh, I know. Won't you have a look at my rosary, Lebkuchen? I seem to have pulled on it a little too tightly this morning. That's no good, Ariana. Not good at all. I will tighten it for you, Mrs. Ariana, but first I ought to... I can help, Lebkuchen. That kinda sounded strange, like, not in a very Japanese way of saying her name. What are you saying, lassie? A maid of all work can't possibly pray our blessings. We need Lebkuchen. Oh, where is Father Hans when we need him most? Father Hans has his own matters to attend to. I can... It's best you visit each and every one of our homes, Lebkuchen. That's... My inn too. I will need a prayer in each and every room before sunset. Holy shit. That's why... or maybe I shouldn't say it. Okay, so... if you watched my Deus Ex playthrough, you know that I am atheist and... when people get so religious and superstitious, I get annoyed. Like, this is too much. But before then, Lebkuchen, could you... Will you folks back off a little? Yeah. You can believe in whatever you want, just don't overload poor girl all at once. That's what I mean. My, Elisa, can't you see we are... Oh. Uh-oh. Lebkuchen. Ah, who is going to pray our blessings now? Elma, fuck off. Really? That's what you're going to say? We must fetch Father Hans. Someone get her some water. Can you hear me? Really, guys? We will be taking her home, Elisa. She will be fine. Alright, Mrs. Dorothea. Why don't you pay her a visit in a little while? Also, see Dorothea, she is supposed to be an adult woman, right? But she seems like she's younger than me. She looks like she's younger than me. Like, I would give her maybe like 12 or 13 years. Why don't you pay her a visit in a little while? Of course, I will be there. I ought to go see her. She didn't deserve any of this. Yes, time to eat my strudel. I saved it for this specific situation. Also, I got achievement for S ranking every minigame, so now I can pick whatever I want. I won't stand for it, old lads, nor will anyone else in Kieferberg. Why, we ought to start with her, that's what. You are not touching any of our folks either, I will have you know. What is going on here? I'm not certain this is the best time, lass. Old Johan's insisting we search folks for the witch's hexes, Elise. You fool! You are giving her time to conceal the... Please keep calm, old Johan. What Kieferberg needs isn't calm, Hans, it's leadership. We ought to take matters into our own hands and search everyone. I don't think Mr. Gustav would allow Freya to be searched for such things either. I won't allow anyone in town to be searched, lass. Not even you, old Jochen, keep that in mind. Search me all you want. It's a matter of respect, old Jochen. I would have thought you had understand. This isn't the time for respect, Hans. I won't allow it, that's all I have to say on the matter. You fools! You will regret this. I can only thank Mr. Gustav for being so firmly against it. I'm certain they'd find that serpent's bite on my neck if they search me, after all. Elise, I thought you'd be all in class. Mrs. Dorothy is insisting Eiffel should rest for the day. Ah, Lisa, did Eiffel truly see the... you know... What are you talking about, Mrs. Linda? Eiffel says he saw the witch. Jacob, what did I tell you? I'm sorry, Mama. I saw no such thing, Mrs. Linda. The poor lad is still frightened, I'm certain. That said, I wouldn't want my Jacob to believe such notions. Of course, Mrs. Linda. But Elisa, Eiffel said you saw her too. Enough of that nonsense, Jacob. But Mama... I ought to keep calm and deny everything. This could all get out of hand otherwise, rather quickly too. I am at a complete loss. Still can't make sense of the fountain, Mr. Heinrich. Can't make sense of anything these days, that's what. Folks are convinced I had something to do with the windmill. Nonsense, lad. You'd never do such a thing out of spite, we all know it. It could have happened to any of us. You ought to stand your ground, Eugene. You are too kind, Heinrich. Folks are rather restless, that's for certain. With all this going on, Elise. First the crows all about town, now the fountain too. I hope this doesn't have anything to do with the woods. I wonder if my first save even useful. 40 minutes into the game. I don't even remember when it was. If it was before any possible date, then it's good to have. Really? Took you long enough, Rosmarin. Ah, Elise, I finally got Flocky to settle down in the granary. More importantly, Rosmarin, we ought to be rather careful about town today. Folks are losing their minds. I heard something happened to the fountain, but... Stay close to me, you hear? Alright, Elise. Folks are more than willing to believe there's a witch now, Rosmarin. If we are not careful, they will turn against us. You seem frightened, Elise. I have good reason to be frightened, Rosmarin. Not only for my own sake either. Ah, you are so silly, Elise. Huh? You don't have to worry about me. I wasn't, it's not like... Look at you, you've gone bright red. Ah, for goodness sake. I see. I will call for you if I need help, alright? I will be here, Elise. Things are starting to get rather serious, aren't they? I don't know, Brunhilde. Why don't you have a word with her, Tristan? With whom, Mrs. Brunhilde? It's Linda. She worries too much for her own good. That certainly sounds like Mrs. Linda. The poor lass will end up like Mrs. Audley at this rate, Tristan. I will see what I can do. She'd best busy herself with the festival, I'd say. Wasn't she lending a hand already? It's Jacob she's fretting about, you see. Wants him by her side at all times. Won't let him go play even. I can't say I don't understand, but... Anyhow, I gave the lads my word. I'd lend a hand with the weevils. Weren't you fetching some water for Linda, Tristan? After I am back from the well, Brunhilde. Mr. Tristan's a little short on patience today, isn't he? Kieferberg is in shambles, that's what. Our grain is ruined, our fountains dry, there's a witch out and about. You're making too much of it, Mrs. Wilma. Is she, Lise? Isn't she, Bernhard? I understand we are dealing with something we don't truly... An absolute nightmare, that's what this is. The way I see it, it's not the witch we ought to be worried about. I understand what you are trying to say, Mr. Ludwig. Well, I don't. We are clearly dealing with a witch. Whoever it is, they are trying to ruin us, that's what. Stealing Eugene's horses, taking Eiffel into the woods. This person is a proper menace. We must stay alert. It's not one of us, Ludwig. You didn't believe in any of this yesterday, Mrs. Wilma. Eiffel claims he's seen it, Elisa. Maybe he just wants attention, Wilma. Either way, folks, we ought to find out what is going on, and fast. I am starting to feel a little uneasy about all this. I reckon in replace maybe you don't really need to talk with folks anymore. The only thing you get from them is like suspicion up and down. It's best you don't come about these parts, lass. Widows with reason, Elisa. Why? Father Hans said it's best folks don't wander up there. For the time being, at least. Because of what happened, I suppose. Did you have any business up there, Elisa? Of course not, Mr. Finn. What could the lass be wanting to do up there anyhow? Now, about those weevils. It will take us the entire day to pick them all off that grain. Can you even do such a thing? Some of it will have to go to the pigs, I'm certain. Just our luck, huh? We have kept away from the logging camp since Tuesday, huh? It's not just you, Guido. I miss it too. Miss what, Mr. Finn? Working a proper day's work, lass. What is there to miss about that? It's a nice change of pace for us, is all. The logging camps outside of town. It gives us some peace. Working alongside Gustav is always a joy too. I can't wait for all this nonsense to be over with. Preparing for the festival has been a challenge too. They are taking longer to prepare this year, that's for certain. Not you too, Freya. Ah, Elisa, I don't think I can bring myself to smile today. Then don't, Freya. Folks are already upset enough as is, Elisa. They don't need me mopping about town too. You will never learn, will you? Mrs. Lisbeth, I can't help but worry about her. Mr. Eugene's leaving, and now Lebkuchen too. Things are looking grim, I suppose. I must admit, I've been busier than usual, but it's Mrs. Wilma who's been trying my patience the most, if I'm honest. Yours and mine. I will go visit Lebkuchen later today. There's a veil of hers I've been mending too. She will be happy to see you, Freya. Even Freya is in low spirits today, huh? Oh, what are we to do without Lebkuchen? I ought to have faith in Father Hans, Odiri, not Lebkuchen. Can't you folk handle your own prayers? That's absurd, Elisa. It's important they are the ones speaking on our behalf. A matter of life and death, that's what. Oh, don't say such things, Berta. I will dare say more even, there's ill will in this town. You seem convinced the witch is among us, Mrs. Berta. Why, isn't she? I don't know how anyone could explain these going-ons. Truth is, we don't truly know, Mrs. Odiri. Precisely because we don't know, Mrs. Ariana, we can't. You are not about to say we should ignore all this, lass. Berta's right, Elisa, we have waited long enough. Who would you say is the witch then? My, it might be you for all we know, Elisa. Why, it might as well be you for all I know, Mrs. Berta. Oh, we can't be provoking each other like this. What if she's... I won't have any more of this nonsense today. I suppose I am the closest things to a witch in this town. No, that would be Wilma. Everyone's losing their minds today. You had agree, I'm certain. Oh, me? You have seen how moody everyone's been all this week, yes. Folks don't know what to believe anymore. Nobody's in their right mind. Odiri is turning to prayer. Berta scared witless. Mrs. Berta. I'd say what happened to Eiffel has frightened her, you see. You didn't see anything in those woods yesterday, did you, Elisa? No, Mrs. Lorelei, I didn't. What use in there in tormenting the poor lass, Lorelei? She would have thought all of Kieferberg had she seen anything. I suppose, but... Mrs. Mechtilde's right, Mrs. Lorelei. The lad is safe and sound thanks to Elisa. We mustn't forget that. You're right, Mrs. Mechtilde, you're right. Maybe I'm starting to lose my mind. I don't like where this is going. Quickly, Elisa, won't you pick up some apples? What is the rush, Mrs. Marlin? Why? With all that is going on, lass. Lord knows if we all even have an orchard tomorrow. I'd say that's a bit of an overreaction, but it doesn't matter, Elisa. Please be quick about it. I think I'm fine without Rosenmarine, right? I think I will start skipping minigames to save you time. Now that I have S rank in all of them, so you don't really need to see me doing that again. I am so blessed to have you, Elisa. I will have plenty of apples even if that orchard catches fire. Why in the Lord's name would the orchard catch on fire, Mrs. Marlin? It's best we don't question such things, Elisa. Here you go, dear, for your time. Now that we are all gathered here, folks. Oh, we are losing our minds, father. This week hasn't been easy for Kieferberg, as we all know. That said, we have decided to ask Primildorf for support. Primildorf, you say? We cannot compromise the festival at all, as you understand. Are you certain we have considered every option, father? Kieferberg isn't what it once was, Ludwig. We need their help. We will be patrolling the outskirts in the evenings as well. That should make sleep easier, that's for certain. The protection of Kieferberg and our neighbors is in order, folks. What happened to poor Eiffel was bad enough. Oh, father, but who is to carry out our nightly prayers? Naturally, the church door will be open to all regardless. What about the windmill and the fountain? There's still water in the well, Wilma, no need to fret. But who knows how long that well will last. It's not as though that fountain's sustaining the well, is it? What would you know, lassie? I am at loss regarding the fountain, if I'm honest. Wasn't there some sort of blockage, Mr. Ludwig? We are going to have to disassemble it. Why doesn't she try it, Finn? With those toothpick fingers of hers, I'd say she'd get the job done rather easily. This isn't the time to provoke the last Filma. She's so keen to stick her nose in everything, Ludwig. Might as well teach her a little lesson, wouldn't you say? Let's not get carried away, Wilma. We are not here to... Why, that's a terrific idea. Elise, that's dangerous. You will get hurt. Oh, dear lord, she's getting in there. I will show you all. A snake. A black snake was in the fountain. Oh, Kieferberg is done for. Wait, I think I see Muffy on the left. The witch, it's the witch, the devil himself. That was Muffy's shoes, but we don't see Muffy at all here. Silence! We can't lose our heads. We must remain calm. You folks can't. Calm? How are we to remain calm, father? Everyone's dismissed. Back to work. Gustav and I will have a word about this. Folks drained it to get a proper look at Wedger. I think I saw... yeah, Mafis icon. It's you. You brat. I have an offer for you, Elise. I wonder how old is she? Maybe like around 10. Out of my sight, Marta. I have had enough trouble for one day. Ah, but I think you'd like to hear this. Out with it then. I don't have all day. Ah, but it wouldn't be for free. How about you give me some hearty soup? I don't think so, Muffs. We had an agreement, Elise. You're lucky I don't want any trouble, Mindy. Out with it now. What did you have to tell me? Ah, you are so generous. Out with it, Mary, right now before I... You don't have to threaten me, Elise. Why? You threaten me every day, you little... I heard my auntie talking about a search. A search? Folks are losing their minds over that serpent you pulled out of the fountain. They want to search everyone in town. For goodness sake. I will put in a good word for you, Elise. But you ought to... Promise you bring me some apple strudel tomorrow. Ah, to hell with you, Molly. Out of my sight. Melly's interference can weigh quite heavy. Huh? Heavy. I'd best be prepared for tomorrow. Shit! Is strudel even an item that could be bought? Because I just ate it. Shit, if Gretel doesn't have it, then I think I'm fucked. Ah, I shouldn't have eaten it. I was saying that I should have left food, unique food at least for one item, so I don't know why I ate it. It was too attractive. It was so satisfying to refill my 4 empty slots. Oh, I can buy one. Nice. That's a relief. There she is. Come now, Odiri. There's hardly any need for all that howling. I am surprised you are not on her side about this, Mrs. Bertha. Odiri is convinced you conjured up that serpent, Elise. We all saw it with our very eyes, Berta. We saw nothing of the sort. Elise might very well be the witch for all we know. Why you? That said, we can't point fingers at everyone in town, Odile. Punishing all of Kieferberg out of fear isn't the answer. Oh, good lord, we are done for. I can't even have a word with Lebkuchen either. Because you folks hounded her day and night. Leave Odile to me, Elise. Kieferberg will be done for if we carry on like this. Ah, Elise, I was looking for you, dearie. Looking for me, Mrs. Mechtilde. You see, I was hoping you'd have a word with Ariane. I've been struggling quite a bit lately, you see. Struggling with what, Mrs. Mechtilde? Oh, it's rather embarrassing, but I can no longer do many of my house chores. This terrible tremor won't let me wash my dishes or my laundry. Mrs. Mechtilde, won't you tell her I need her to stop by tonight, Elise? I would tell her myself, but this would be the 4th time this week, you see. Of course, Mrs. Mechtilde, I will let her know. Do you have a moment, Elise? Certainly, father. I would like to ask you to go easier on folks. Easier, father. Practice patience, Elise, now more than ever. You pulling out that serpent this morning has upset some folks. Mrs. Wilmar was the one who provoked me to do it in the first place. I understand, Elise, but folks are restless. Today has been rather challenging, as you know. I hope you are having this conversation with Mrs. Odile as well. Mrs. Berta, Mrs. Brunhilde, and old Jochen too. Certainly, Elise. I am the problem, I suppose. I always have been. You don't look so well, Mrs. Dorothea. Ah, Lisa, I can't come to terms with it. Father Hans has cancelled all my classes for the week. What for? He insists the boys are to rest until the festival. It's not his worst decision, I suppose. Yet you understand my frustration, don't you, Elisa? Their daily readings are an important part of their day. It's only for 2 days, Mrs. Dorothea. Ah, you don't understand. It's not that big of a deal, but she does look rather dejected, huh? I wonder if festival is actually related to witch as well, like it's her celebration day or something. Because we need to bring gift to him at the end of the festival, I think. It's awful, isn't it, Elisa? What Father Hans said earlier. Everybody is talking ill of each other behind their backs, Elisa. Isn't that how it's always been? Ah, I know all that. Yet you hate it, is that it? I do hate it, Elisa. That snake is going to get you quite the earful too, I'd wager. Ah, to hell with that nonsense, Freya. You will never reach old age if you keep fretting like this. It's not as though I can help it. She's well on her way to become just like them, that's what. I have seen this, that all this is taken on Papa too. Mr. Gustav does have a lot to worry about, I guess. He hasn't been spending much time at home either. Always talking with Father Hans with the lads. Folks aren't going easy on him, that's for certain. Mr. Gustav's struggling to keep a good hand on this town. Meanwhile, all those old geezers do is make it worse. Good grief, Liebkuchen. What are you doing here, for goodness sake? Why I am looking after the children? You were told to rest for the day, you. It's not as though I am on my deathbed, Elisa. Father Hans came about to tell me Mrs. Dorothea's class was cancelled. I took it upon myself to watch them, is all. Still, Lep. I promise you I will be heading home at nightfall. For goodness sake. Liebkuchen's not taking any of this seriously. I'd best make certain she goes home at nightfall. I think playing for 2 days in a row took a toll on my voice. It's getting harder to read each time. Each time I don't have big break between recording sessions. I wonder if I will be able to play the night segment today, or I will need to leave it for later. Ah, Mrs. Ariana, I was meaning to ask you. Is it Mrs. Mechtilde? She says she needs you to help her out again tonight, yes. The poor thing, old age truly doesn't forgive, does it? When did this start, Mrs. Ariana? Oh, just last week, Elisa. I caught her trying to wash her sheets by the well, you see. She could have asked me. Mrs. Mechtilde's rather stubborn, you know that. Tell her I will be there right after supper. Alright, Mrs. Ariana. There's something I'd like to ask you, Elise. There's something I'd like to ask you too, Rosmarin. Ah, then you go first. Do you happen to know anything about that? The black serpent you pulled out of the fountain. That's what you were going to ask me about, huh? Black serpents are a bad omen, you see. There's something I haven't told you. What is it, Elisa? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I can't bring myself to tell her about that serpent. I fed a sausage to Floki this morning. A sausage? He looked like he truly wanted it, and I couldn't. Ah, it's no wonder he was throwing a temper tantrum then. He must have wanted more. Ah, I suppose. I don't think Rosmarin is aware of what those woods are truly like. This is my own responsibility. I can't put Rosmarin in danger. I'm glad to see there's some cheer left in you, Lisbeth. I have much to thank you for, Mrs. Merrily. You do look better, Mrs. Lisbeth. We spent a couple hours at Mrs. Merrily's, you see. I knew you could use some time away from these going-ons. I must say, however, I am a little fearful myself too. You, Mrs. Merrily. Folks are losing their wits, Elisa. We were suing for the festival, and even then... Every conversation led back to the cross, or Eiffel, or the fountain. I see. Thinking ill of each other, accusing each other. I have just about had it. It's good Mrs. Merrily still got it all together, huh? That absolutely will not do, Gustav. Wilma's right. What we all need is someone to... What are you two pestering Mr. Gustav for? They are all valid concerns, ladies, but I have to say... I don't think you understand, Gustav. We must make certain there's no witch in Kieferberg. We are so frightened, we keep finding things to fret about. Ah, is that so? How could all of Kieferberg be so foolish? This isn't the time to be clever, Elisa. We ought to start taking all of this very seriously. I must agree with you, Elma, even if I don't believe in this witch myself. What are we to do then, Mrs. Elma? Maybe search folks' homes or have everyone visit the confessional. Ah, that may be a good idea, Elma. Well, I refuse. What now? Elise, why would you say such a thing? Want me to go ask my pet snake I pulled out of the fountain earlier? Elise, don't rouse them up like that, Elise. Ah, to hell with this nonsense. Sometimes you choose the the dialogue and you have no idea what Elisa will say actually. That's my problem. Folks can see past their fear of the switch, can they? Yeah, I think I will barely manage to complete this segment and then I will take a break. I already am tired of talking. It's cruel, I tell you, that's all this is. What is cruel, Mr. Heinrich? Blaming Eugene for what happened to the windmill, yes. I must confess, I'd rather it be a witch than a neighbor. Now, I wouldn't go that far, but Eugene wouldn't... You, Mr. Heinrich. That serpent you pulled out of the fountain, Elise. Folks couldn't do such a thing. Wouldn't you say it crawled into the fountain by itself? Not likely. Whatever is happening in Kieferberg is starting to compromise our livelihood, and we can't have that. We must make the most of those patrols, that's what. Even they are starting to consider this witch nonsense. Did you find her, Elisa? Mrs. Ariana said she will come by right after supper, Mrs. Mechtilde. Thank you, Elisa. Here's something for you. You don't have to, Mrs. Mechtilde. Oh, it's the least I can do, my dear. There will come a day when I truly won't be able to do anything, after all. Mrs. Mechtilde. There's nothing much to say, is there? Ah, Elise. What is the matter, Mrs. Linde? One can't help but feel down with all this going on, huh? I suppose that's true. Oh well, why don't you chop me some wood for the hearth, Elise? If I do it with Rosenmarine, then I will die. I won't take too long. Be careful with that hatching. Last thing we want is you getting hurt. My, this is rather... I may have gotten a little carried away. Here you go, Elisa, thank you. You'd best not be pushing yourself, you hear? I'm not, Mrs. Linda, thank you. Oh, god damn. Well, I am taking a break. Maybe I will play other day and we will come back to this. Another day, another day. Let's continue. Oh, right, yeah, the fountain. Let's keep calm, folks. Losing our tempers isn't going to fix anything. What is wrong with the fountain now? Could you have damaged it earlier, Elise? That could very much be the case. I don't think so, but... even if she had, it wouldn't be enough to cause this. What are we to make of this then, Heinrich? How am I to know such a thing? It's not only the fountain either, the well is also... the well? It is overflowing, Elise. How can a well overflow? I am at a complete loss. Let us wait and see. Why, I'm not about to sit and wait for my home to be flooded. I must say I don't agree, Father. It might be all we can do. It truly is all we can do, Heinrich. Losing our minds won't help. We must persevere. This isn't looking too good for us here in Kieferberg, is it? I don't know what to think of all this. I have never seen it overflow like this. It's not even raining. I think I should go and check the well immediately. Because, oh, what is going on here? I think I can do this without skipping story. Covered in clusters of ivy. Kieferberg's. Okay, yeah, I know this. We are not dealing with regular folk here. Oh, but what if it's not folk we are dealing with, Mr. Bernhardt? Lord knows what could happen to Kieferberg at this rate. It's too much to keep track of, folks. The horses, Eiffel, our grain being riddled with weevils, and now this flooding. I was editing past episode, and I noticed that Eiffel had different eye colors now. I think his eyes were either green or blue before, but after I met him in Wheatfield Grove, one of his eyes, the left one, it became yellow, and it stayed that way when I was doing that puzzle that made me so mad. And at cutscene where I just met him, I think both of his eyes were yellow, and then one of them returned its original color when gameplay started. So yeah, interesting. It's the same eye that Elise had when crows attacked her, I think. Well, at least in color. I must say I am at a loss myself. You, Mr. Gustav. All of Kieferberg is confused, Elise. That we are rather defeated. We are everything but defeated, Elise. The lass is right, Brunhilde. Now, I wouldn't say she's right, Gustav. We have been slowly giving in to this witch, haven't we? Take inspiration from Elise herself. I'm not sure I'd go that far, Mr. Gustav. She did rescue Eiffel, that's for certain. We have much to learn from this lass. You may be right, Gustav, we ought to stand strong. Much to learn from the lass, huh? I have that key in my pocket, but I don't think I can look into this with folks hanging about the well. It's best I come back some other time. So night time, I guess. Let me check my inventory. What do I need? I need to sell this. I need more items for sanity. I think I'm good with health items. I have enough bread. Yeah. Elise. What is the matter, Rosmarin? Folks have been looking at me all day, is all. You don't think they know? They don't know anything, Rosmarin. We can't forget you are still a stranger to Kieferberg. I don't remember getting these looks on Monday, Elise. They are wary because of what happened today, is all. I suppose. I better make certain I don't raise any suspicion. There she is, Eiffel. Why don't you ask her? Ask me what? Yeah, his eyes green in the sprite. Eiffel's going over what happened yesterday, Elise. He's rather tired and... You saw her too, Elise, I know it. Who did you see, Eiffel? I didn't see anyone, Eiffel. Oh, Elise, what are we to do about this? I saw her. She had yellow eyes and I... You are tired, Eiffel. I know it was frightening. I was frightened too. Elise's right, Eiffel. It's best you rest now. Why don't you go play with Grune and Jacob? To think Eiffel saw her too. Yeah, he might be very frustrated that no one trusts him. Including me. Can't say I am glad to hear that, lad. Hear what, Mrs. Ilma? That I am leaving, lass, for good. I thought you'd stay, Mr. Eugen. Don't think so, unfortunately. I would leave too if I were your age and with this going on. You, Mrs. Ilma. Kieferberg's changed, Elise. Things were different back in my day, more prosperous. Primmeldorf has more to offer young folks. Young folks, that's for certain. Who would have thought? It's no surprise this town is dying. Ick, Elisa. Why are you hiding here, Miffy? You saw nothing. I am not here. I am at home sweeping, making the beds. Hiding from your aunt again, are you? Oh, please don't tell her I ran off. She's working me like a donkey, Elisa. Is that so? Sweeping, washing clothes, cleaning out the chimney. I have I have had it, Elisa. Mrs. Lorelei has always been demanding, I suppose. She's not demanding, she's wicked. Wicked, you say? Yeah. I saw photos of kids cleaning chimneys in. I don't know when that was happening, maybe like 2 or 3 centuries ago, but that was fucked up. Like, kids looked like they were exploded or something. The amount of dirt that they had on their skin, and I also am sure that it also causes significant problems with their lungs. Like, yeah, it's very unhealthy. I do feel for poor Melly sometimes. Yeah, she's not like that for on purpose. Her aunt is really not a good person at all. Old Johan's not going to waste his chance, I tell you. His chance to do what, Mrs. Lorelei? Why, find the witch, Elisa. I'm not certain we are to trust his judgment, Lorelei. Father Hans isn't lifting a finger. Who else are we to rely on? He's done more for Kieferberg than Father Hans ever could. Gustav's struggling, however, as we all are. Yet he's doing his best to keep Kieferberg together, the lass is right. Still, neither Gustav nor Father Hans will chase that witch out of Kieferberg. What we need is someone who will. I'm not certain old Johan's the one we need, Lorelei. We ought to trust Gustav, he will find a way. What would these folks do without Mr. Gustav, I wonder? A witch hunt? They would probably already burn someone. Probably me and Rosmarin. That's what it's all about, I tell you. There is no such ill will in Kieferberg, Vilma. What is the matter? I'm certain he has something to do with it. Vilma's convinced someone's trying to sabotage her in, Elisa. It's that Eugen, I'm certain. He's jealous my business is still up and running, that's what. Mr. Eugen holds no grudges against Kieferberg, Mrs. Vilma. Grudges against Kieferberg, you say? I understand he was responsible for the windmill yesterday, but Eugen wouldn't... Why, I happen to know someone who's very keen on holding grudges. You old hag. Don't start, you two. If there's anyone in this town who could do such a thing, that's you, Elisa. Oh, we can't stand here pointing fingers at each other all day. This sort of talk is rather dangerous. I just noticed in church. You see, there's like a panel with cross on this side, but this side it looks like something was there, but it's not there anymore. Like a stone tablet. Do I have anything? Not really. Maybe it will come up later. So you put tablet here and then maybe somewhere, maybe here, hidden room will unlock. Okay, are we done talking with people? No. What am I to do, Lepkuchen? Give him time, Mrs. Lisbeth. Eiffel still struggling, is he? He's rather agitated, yes. That aside, Elise, I've been meaning to ask you. Eiffel insists you two saw someone else in those woods. Alas, of all things. I don't know what Eiffel claims to have seen, but I don't know, Elisa, he's been very insistent. Still, Mrs. Lisbeth, I'm certain it was all very frightening, is all. I wouldn't want to doubt your word, Elisa, but this is so unlike him. I'm starting to believe him. Mrs. Lisbeth. For goodness sake, I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, but I didn't understand from the preview what exactly Elisa will say, so that was just random. Okay. I need to help someone and I need to have full stamina for that, so I wouldn't die. Oh, you didn't have to go through all this trouble, Elise. Well, I suppose your encouragement made it easier. Here you go, dearie, for your trouble. You and Freya always do such a good job. Of course, we are all grateful. Not all, but I will take it. Should I risk it and go immediately? I shouldn't have done that. Wait. I need to save first. In case if nothing new is in there, so I can reload and save my sanity. That would be a smart decision. Okay, so nothing new. Wait, I think it shows me an order in which I should do this. But if we assume this image is mirrored, but it isn't, because the empty slot would be here, right? Okay, let's try this. Let's try to do this in order. So this and this and then this and then this, I think. Huh? Did I do that wrong? doesn't work. I don't understand. Wait, first one, maybe this? Okay. They are all lit now, but there is still something missing, I think. There's something in there, but I can't reach it. It's glowing really bright too. I don't know what I can use to reach there. Yeah, I don't have an item that can go there. At least yet. And nothing new here, I think. What will I actually do? Nah, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. I wanted to reload to save my sanity, but I will take it. I will just buy another bottle of oil. You must do something, Marlin. Get a hold of yourself, Brunhilde. Is everything alright? Everyone's losing their minds, Elise, that's what. There's no need to be so cruel, Marlin. Bernhard's out there too. As he ought to be, Brunhilde. We need them to patrol. Marlin's right, Brunhilde. I'm certain they will be alright. Elise has it right. She made it out of the woods and with Eiffel in tow. We must trust our men, Brunhilde. All this fretting isn't necessarily unwarranted, but for goodness sake. I think I am missing some context. You should be heading home, Elise. I know, Mr. Tristan. We are making certain folks aren't wondering about is all. I'm trying to keep folks at ease too, given the rumors. Folks are frightened and confused, Eugen. It's not personal. Relieved you will be leaving Kieferberg next week, aren't you? More than you can imagine, Tristan. You will be missed, Eugen. That I know for certain. I have never seen Mr. Eugen looking so defeated. It's no wonder, Fall, is it? Maybe Elise could give it a try, Grune. Give what a try? Eiffel won't talk to anyone about it. He won't eat, he won't sleep, he won't even talk to mommy. This can't be good. Do you think you can try talking to him, Elise? Eiffel says you saw it too, Elise. So what? He said there was someone else in the woods. Alas, he didn't recognize. Alas. So you don't know anything about it, Elise? Of course not. Don't be silly, Jacob. Eiffel says he doesn't want to talk about it, but... That's alright, Grune. Granny Merlin said he will talk when he's ready. Speaking of which, Gustav, we ought to head on home, I'd wager. I don't... And don't Dodo, Elise. Everyone's to stay home this evening. Of course, father. It's important we keep a good grasp on who's out and about tonight. What do you mean, Mr. Gustav? We are taking turns on patrol, you see. We must make certain the same thing doesn't happen again. What happened with Eiffel I understand. That's why you and your cousin had best stay home, Elise. Certainly, Mr. Gustav. This ordeal has been going on long enough. It's about time you do something, that's for certain. I'd best hurry if I'm to visit that Serpent's Grove tonight. Have you come here to pray? No? It doesn't make a difference to you at this point, does it? You see, we Golden Maidens are conflicted beings. Ah, he saved us in a way. What with his blessings and the sacrifices we made. It's enough to forfeit our right to divine salvation, isn't it? What are you trying to say? That I'd rather share eternity with him and his entourage than face my rightful punishment in the pits of hell. I think I need to buy another bottle. You will persevere. Are you joining the patrols, lass? Why would I, Mr. Wilhelm? Make two of us then, I see. The lads won't let me go, the ingrates. Ingrates? I am very much capable, despite my age. Ah, I see. You too, Elisa. You rescued the poor lad, and yet, if anyone should be out there, it'd be you. I can't say I'd join their patrols even if they wanted me to. Yeah, I would rather stay home. But Elisa wouldn't do that. She would go and get killed by snakes. I have always wondered what lies beyond those hills. Spotted with isolated homes and rows of crops, the broad valleys, fields spread out into the distance. Elise, do you have a moment? For goodness sake, what now? Okay, so I needed to use Rosmarin's help every time I work instead of once. You see, Elise, we've been wondering. It is best we don't, Ariane. What is the matter? Your cousin was telling us about how she got to Kieferberg, you see. Is it true she came all this way on foot, Elise? She couldn't afford to come about any other way, Mrs. O'Leary. That's highly unlikely, Elise. She wasn't very lucky, I suppose that's all there is to it. Ah, there was one another thing we wanted to ask you. She told me to light a candle to keep the witch away, Elise. That's nothing but old wives' tales, Mrs. O'Leary. I will have a word with her, but she meant no harm, I'm certain. I will be on my way home now, ladies. Good night. It's best you head on home, Elisa, before it gets any darker. Where are you folks going? It's time we head out on patrol. We must make certain Kieferberg's out of harm's way. Even if you say that, Ludwig. You have been going on these patrols all week, and yet all the more reason to keep doing it, lass. Finn's right, we need to look out for each other. All I want is to let them have it, be it the culprit, culprit, or even the witch. Can't say I don't share the sentiment, Finn. At least we have managed to pick out those weevils somehow. I notice you have managed to fix the fountain. That happened on its own, we don't know how. Oh, I would show the bastard, if only we knew who it is. Would they beat their own neighbors, I wonder? I'd best make certain I don't let my guard down. What in the Lord's name are you doing out here, Lebkuchen? Waiting for your earful, it seems. I would have met you inside, for goodness sake. I am fine, Elisa. You're making too much of it. Your bread. You are out of your mind, Leb. Speaking of which, Elisa, folks have been rather tense lately. I have noticed. I know you can look after yourself, but one good deed won't shield you from all of it, Elisa. What do you mean? Folks have been talking ill about each other all day. Even Mrs. Merrily hasn't been spared, you see. There is no need to fret, Leb. I will make certain I hold my tongue. Make certain you stay home as well. Has she noticed I have been wandering about at night? Elise. Of course, Leb. And you need to stop fretting. We don't want you fainting again. I will, in due time. Lebkuchen couldn't possibly know what I have been doing. Still, I ought to make certain it stays that way. I am one step closer to meeting him, it seems. I cannot waver, not now. I will make it out of this town no matter what. Oh. Ah, welcome home. What is Floki doing inside, Rosemary? Ah, I'm sorry. I was about to take him out to the granary. Is everything alright, Elisa? I am tired is all. I'm not sure I should mention that serpent. Talking to Rosmarin sometimes does more harm than good. You are thinking of something, aren't you? I will be heading out after supper, Rosmarin. I was invited. Where to? By whom? By a serpent. Just the same as that crow, it invited me to its grove. Oh, that's wonderful, Elisa. Rosmarin's... Wait! Rosemarin's eyes and Elisa's eyes, they are the same color, I think. I suppose. Yeah, same yellow color, and we know Elisa is a creation of him. So maybe Rosemarin is too. And A4 maybe is somehow related to him as well. I will be staying home this evening, if that's alright. Things didn't quite go so well last time, did they? This is your fate, Elise. It was wrong of me to interfere. This is something you're to do for you and you alone. You're right. Floki is being noisy. What is it, Floki? Can't you settle down? I will take him outside, Elise. He's been a little restless. And then we can have supper. A little too restless for my liking. I can hardly think with that goat hopping about. Yeah, suspicious. Say, Rosmarin. Oh, I was about to head back inside. That's alright, I don't have much of an appetite anyhow. You don't have to justify yourself to me, Elise. No, I truly don't feel like eating, Rosmarin. It's been... You have been rather secretive for a reason, I can tell. Rosmarin. You don't have to tell me what happened yesterday. Or even about tonight, Elise. I suppose. As long as you are careful. As careful as I can be anyhow. As careful as you need to be, Elise. Alright, for goodness sake. I trust you to do what you feel is best for you, alright? Thank you, Rosmarin. She'd already seen through me long ago, huh? Here I was fretting over not wanting to tell her. Folks are starting to accuse each other even. I must be careful, lest they start suspecting me. Yeah, Floki is not here at all. I think I will meet him again. Close to Grove. Well, I am hoping... This night will not be as long as the last one. Can you feel it, lass? My neck. It aches, doesn't it? That kiss of mine. You wretch, what did you do to me? You did well in finding me in this depths. What is this? Something's riffing. Come to me, lass. Sink deeper. I will give you nothing less than what you seek. That serpent's dangerous. I don't like it one bit. Yeah, I need to eat something. But I kinda want to lose health first so I can eat more expensive food. This place is very different from that crow's realm, isn't it? Porcelain knife. I'd best think twice before using this. Do you mean it's one-time use only? With a daintily decorated handle, the knife's dull blade visibly bears the weight of time. Maybe I can use it to get that object in cave. I must find a way to get past this thing somehow. Okay. What in the... It moved. Oh fuck! Okay, time to eat. What the hell? I am safe. Whatever that thing is, it doesn't seem to follow me onto solid ground. This is about to be very annoying. Wait, was that? Interesting. What in the Lord's name was that noise? So it broke through some gate and followed me. Ah, how foolish I was. To think he would have granted me all my heart desires. He didn't. I faltered in my resolve, in my determination. If only I had taken that last step. Why didn't you? You will know in time. I suppose I will. Yeah, that will happen to me, because I don't have a girl to complete last step. I am getting very confused about where I should go first. Ah, it's a dead end? Okay. Yeah, right. She faltered in her resolve, was it? Disturbed solely by the endless water stream, the moon's reflection graces its surface in everlasting companionship. Lost in thought, as it were, the statue's gaze loses itself in solemn contemplation. I knew you'd show up sooner or later, lass. Why don't we get this over with, serpent? Where is the testament you promised me? I don't see the need to rush. I am already bearing the sting of your bite, serpent. What else it is you want from me? You have received his gift, shared your flesh with that sorry with that oath of a crow. It is now my turn to partake, lassie. It stings, does it? What did you do to me, you wretch? Come find me on the farther side of these gates. Show me your resolve. Traverse these depths. Only then I shall give you what you want. Won't you at least tell me your name, serpent? It's Aziel. Or what? It's not L. It's like reverse T. It's easy. Lass. This is such an odd lock. How am I to get it open, I wonder? It must be meant for some sort of key, but... For heaven's sake. I will go mad if I stay here any longer. You too will be bathed in gold, lass. All who meet him share the same fate. Did he not grant your wish? We golden maidens belong to him, lass, regardless of whether it is your wish has granted or not. If you were gifted to him, what? To think I was once in your shoes, gifted to him. Yeah, so I already assumed that he will get both girl that wanted to have her wish granted and the one that will be sacrificed for it. Freya looks like a zombie. Oh, okay, that was Lep. Lebkuchen. That couldn't be her. Come, lass. Your goodness is much needed. My goodness, you say? I know what you seek in these depths. That serpent's the key to its burrow, yes. In this woodland, guarded by the masked beasts, is its second half. What about the first half? Make your way deeper into the lagoon, and I will surrender it to you. What lagoon? Wait. For goodness sake. For goodness sake. It's shiny and so bright. I can't see what is at the bottom. Illuminated from its depths, the water surface blooms as the iridescent shades of teal vaults in its gentle undulation. I see a mask, so I don't go near it for now. Fuck. Fucking hell. Yeah, should I not risk it and just go there? Huh. Fucking no, I'm not going back. Wait, have I already been here? Yeah. Was this part of a bigger statue, I wonder? Toppled upon a dense bush, the cracked stone statue rests eternally, as it were in a peaceful slumber. God damn. Ah, fuck. Don't catch me. I have had enough of your slithering about, serpent. Show yourself. My, you truly are so eager, aren't you? More importantly, won't you tell me? You might have a better answer for me than that wretch of a crow. His name is to remain unspoken, lass. Not even you know his name, I see. On the contrary, I am one of the few who were granted the privilege. A being not in the realm of the living, nor the dead. What is he then? A saint? A ghost? Oh, he's very much the same as you. Insatiable. Fiendish greed and gluttony, that's him. I don't think I relate, serpent. You have yet to discover your innermost desires. To live in a luxurious castle, was it? What about it, serpent? That won't do, that's not who you are. Wait, dive deeper, truly give in to your appetites. It will be my pleasure to ripen your sin to its sickliest heights. I don't need to be told what it is I want, serpent. I know exactly who I am. And what are you smiling at? In spite of its shattered appearance, the statue's features remain stiffened into a candid smile. Do I need to go back or no? Devoid of any traceable expression, the statue's hands rest across its chest in an elegant pose. Yeah, I have no idea where I'm going. Really? trying to see if something is down there. A serpent key. This ought to be it. I'd best find the other one. Wait. Am I going in circles? Fuck me. I already been here. Shit. Now I need more health items next time. Shit, that's brutal. You again. Come, lass. You ought to keep your word. I have my doubts as to whether you will keep yours. Follow the moonlight, and you shall receive its graces. I see that there's a hole in the floor that looks like a half moon. But nothing happens really. If I try to place this reflection on it. The moon now has a crack. Snake. You have come to our rescue. Rescue? My other half has been shattered in three, left to rot in these depths. I beg of you, find the great statues, uncover where they have kept my other half. You're giving me the other half of this key, surely. I'm not about to wander this lagoon with no purpose. I have what you seek, yes. Find my other half, put us to rest, and I shall aid you as well. You'd best keep your word. So I assume this is directions. It shows me where are statues that are associated with the moon. These moon phases, I wonder what they are for. They seem to be connected somehow. I have no fucking idea. So right now I am right in the middle. Take heed. One's path is nothing but the reflection of one's ungodliness. Only in the embrace of the new moon may one purify their sins. The reflection of one's ungodliness. I don't know how new moon actually looks, because we call moon phases differently in Russian. New moon. So new moon is when the disk of light is very slim, I guess. Let's go back to statue. Very slim new moon. Uh-huh. I don't understand. Perhaps it's best I take a look about this lagoon. The more I look at this slate, the more it reminds me of a map. Where am I to find these grey statues you speak of? Their eyes shine red with covetousness. Covetousness. Envious of living ones such as yourself. Their eyes shine red, you say. I guess I need to interact with all of them. Where am I? I think I went back. Yeah, I already been here. I'm not going there. There's only death that awaits me. Take heed. Drowning in eternally rushing waters, such is our fate. In limbo we remain, doomed to gaze up at the moon's eternal crescent. Maybe they are just talking about their respective moon phases. How to find something resembling a water current, huh? These statues are rather demanding, aren't they? Sorry that I'm not talking much, but I am terrified. I'm trying to focus on surviving. The Russian waters, huh? I suppose I'd best solve the other great statues' riddles. There's something on the other side, but how to get there? Shit. I think I need to find a thing that opens the horns. Yeah. So I maybe miss one in this area. Oh. Take heed. Pour all that is your passion into his 6 vessels, lass. Pursue his blessing at the peak of luminescence, and you too shall drown in his allure. What? You mean... Okay, I think I know. 6 vases, I think. Sounds right. I almost activated that mask. That would be bad. You mean here? 6 vessels? These were the 6 vessels, huh? I suppose I'd best solve the other grey statues' riddles. Is there another statue that I didn't find? Maybe that one requires me to open the bush. I don't like the fact that you can't really outrun them. So much damage you take. I don't know, this one is not frustrating, but it's super fucking boring. Just explore and bash your head to the things and something will happen. Of course. Please give me that item. That's not it, Chief. Okay, in reflection of ungodliness. New moon was... Which one is new moon? Okay, let me Google this again. So it's either... Okay. It's either on the right side and left, and not down, or right and then up. Wait, what? How did I get in here? Cruel, aren't you? Huh? Is your wish truly worth what you are sacrificing? I don't think that's any of your business. You have been branded already, have you? What is with all these questions? I'm just trying to tell you. I know I made plenty, and so did the rest of us. Well, I have no intention of ending up like the lot of you. We will meet again then, sooner rather than later. For goodness sake. And this girl has a knife. But I have no idea what am I doing. What? Did I forget to interact with this? After I reloaded. So right now I need to find the reflection of ungodliness. And it's probably here, right? I'm not sure if I want to search for that pin again. I'm tired of dying to these mask things. That vision, it's that spirit's second half. Out to go find it, I suppose. Okay. Yeah, I just solved it just by bashing my head to the wall. I beg of you, lass, I wish to be reunited with my innocence. Keep me company, don't leave me by my lonesome. Alright, come along, I will take you there. We owe you our everlasting gratitude. May you receive his blessing. Stray not from your destined path. I suppose this is the key I am missing. Stray not from my destined path, huh? What is this? A corridor. We are awaiting you beyond the Crimson Bridge. No choice but to go through here, I suppose. It could have made so many saves. Rosmarine! Wait. I am back here. I am losing my wits in this maze. Man, I hate when gates do that noise. It's very painful for my ears. I can't move. I'm paralyzed. He speaks not, but the truth. Fortune runs in your blood, lass. It's you again, you wretched serpent. I can feel its warmth. How deeply you ache for this wish of yours, lass. Can you feel it, this venom of mine, reaching down to your fingertips? I am burning. What are you doing to me, you wretch? This fear is residing in you is merely a pebble in your path. It is your coronation you are conceiving, one tribute at a time, and thus you ought to keep faith in his word, as it is he who is to honor your name, and you who is to reunite with him at the peak of the full moon. Do you reunite? I have never met him. Embrace it, Elise. Your most vile lust for sovereignty, your thirst for pernicious blasphemy. Lebkuchen, what are you saying? Pursue it, Elise. I ache to drink from your venom and bask in your glory. My glory. Your most vile thirst for extravagance, your devotion to opulence. I ache to dine on your flesh and bath in your radiance. Let me go, you... Embosom it, Elise, your fearless lust for all that shines gold. Allow me, Elise, to endow you with all that it is my being and my purpose. I ache to adore your name, your beauty. I yearn for the taste of your venom. Wait. Savor it, Elise. Revel in it, Elise. Indulge, Elise. By this deliverance of chastity and by your heredity, as I bear witness, so be it. New Testament. My whole body is aching. Rosmarin, Lebkuchen and Freya, they were all... It's this dream again, but when did I fall asleep? Are you deaf? You ought to hurry now, or you will miss it. Miss what? Hurry now, hurry now. Oh, Friday. Does this mean I have 2 more days to play and then game will end finally. The testament. It's in my pocket. To think last night really happened. I'd best go find Rosmarine. What in the Lord's name? She actually reacted to new painting in a new way. And not just repeating her previous voice line. Good thing you are here, Elise. I brought Floki in because of the rain, you see? He's well behaved anyhow, aren't you, Floki? It's raining. Oh, you hadn't noticed. Alright, well, it doesn't matter. You went out last night. I did. I got the second testament, I suppose. Oh, Lisa, that's wonderful. You can prepare the gift now. I was starting to fret because you have been avoiding talking about it. There isn't much to talk about, Rosemary. Ever since we went there together, you have become a little... You said it yourself, didn't you? That I ought to do this myself for my own sake and... Well, I didn't mean, you know. You're right, Elise. It truly does only concern you. Going to the woodland with you on Tuesday wasn't... You agree, don't you, Floki? He's a goat, Rosmarine. Anyhow, it's best we move along before it gets late. Boy, do I wonder what happened in village again. Oh, Jesus. That puzzle made me so tired. It's really pouring, isn't it? We will be drenched in no time. It reminds me of when Granny and I would go on strolls in the rain. Why would you do such a thing? It's as Granny always used to say, Elise. We ought to embrace things as they are, in their purest state. I'm not sure that applies to the rain, Rosmarine. Why, it applies to everything in life, Elise. If you say so. I understand that. I really like to walk under the heavy rain. It's very rare in our region, and whenever it happens, usually in summer, in the middle of summer, or maybe end of the summer. No, in the middle. And rain is so strong that our systems can't handle it, and you get soaked immediately after you exit the building, and your legs are covered in water. Maybe little... No, I am exaggerating, but it definitely goes a little bit above of your shoes, yeah. That's how strong heavy rain is sometimes, and whenever that happens I really like to go outside without caring that I will get soaked, and that's because the smell of the rain is very satisfying and it's like purifying for our atmosphere, for our city that I usually don't like to breathe in. I ought to keep my mouth shut about this whole ordeal. I can't imagine what could happen if those folks caught wind of this. This week went by so quickly, didn't it? No. No. For me it was a whole month since I started playing. I can hardly believe it, it's almost a full moon too. What of it, Rosemary? Your fate will be revealed tomorrow, Elise. Both are fates in a way. You truly can't think of anything else, can you? Can you? For goodness sake. I can tell you are rather restless, Elise. Well, I haven't been having much rest yet. Oh my. I suppose, but it's alright, Rosemary. We ought to embrace it, right? Embrace everything in its purest state. Yes. Say, Elise, why don't you go into your grandmother's room? There's nothing to see there, is all. I suppose, but it's where she passed too. I don't like to be reminded of it. I haven't gone back to my granny's resting place either. So you do understand why I don't go in there. In a way I do. In a way, huh? Granny Holly's room, huh? I won't be going in there ever again, I don't think. Yeah. Let's save and I will end the episode here. Yeah. Alright. I wasn't talking much. That puzzle made me very quiet. Like, I was really boggling my mind to figure out what to do and to be aware of those masked beasts to avoid. I think I said avoid twice. Never mind. So yeah. I hope it wasn't very boring to watch me this time, and yeah. Maybe I will get my first ending in two more days, so next episode and episode that will go after that potentially is the last one for this route, and then I will replay the game and romance Rosemary, I think. We shall see. So yeah, thanks for watching and goodbye.